Hello, welcome. My name is Robin. I really appreciate you hopping on here. I do have some new people watching, so thanks to the people who are new, and you can click the bell button if you want more notifications, and also comment what kind of videos and content are you looking for. I am also on Facebook and Instagram, so I do Facebook Lives, and I am working on doing more on Instagram, and it's just kind of like a little bit of different stuff. So lately I've been adding some new things into my practice, so I hope you enjoy what you're seeing. All right, we are doing an April 3rd, 2020 coronavirus reading. Hope everybody is surviving this. It does feel like a storm, and it's a storm that just kind of keeps going. So hopefully you're able to work with this energy okay. All right, so let's see what our tea leaf reading has to say. Okay, this is very much about distraction. Making sure that you're keeping your vibration levels extremely high. And for people that don't know, like under my talks, I do some discussions on different types of healing practices. So like maybe grounding, something you want to focus on. But it's very much like there's this need to escape right now. So if you feel like you need to, step away from your everyday stuff, that's probably why the distractions are coming up. There's always something trying to pull your energy, and you need to raise the vibration so you're a little bit more connected. And really, really, really trust what you're gravitating towards right now. As I was saying, who you're gravitating towards, because there's always a reason. And so we very much need to be very kind. Very supportive and kind right now. Absolutely. The energy's a little bit intense, so it makes sense. So that's kind of what our thing's saying here. All right. Okay, so this is what our napkin here says. When we look at the seasons, I'm seeing a fish. So if you fishing season is coming up on April 1st. Who knows how that's going to affect things. Last time I was doing this, I saw an Easter egg, so it's interesting. So fish to me represent emotion because they're swimming in that stream. And so I've been sharing on other videos the importance of staying in that bliss. And as I'm saying, it's matching the need to be in a high vibrational state right now. So for some people, it's yes, promote yourself, promote your thoughts, promote your values. Absolutely stick to your dreams and your desires right now. I'm doing a manifestation course April 3rd at 1 p.m. for $30 if you want to join on Zoom. That might be helpful for you. The other thing that's been happening is even though people are excited about things, it's almost like we start to feel badly that we're feeling excited because of this difficult time that we're going through. And that's where I also offer theta healing. So if you're interested in a theta healing session, reach out to me. But because if you're feeling any negative energy around self-worth or your creativity, anything like that, that's just a block. Kind of like from the 1st to the 8th, I'm also doing Reiki healing for $40, so it's normally $60. So it's just like be mindful of how you're participating in things, how you're expressing yourself, that sort of thing. Because if we're stressed, if we're rushed, if we're feeling like overwhelmed, it's going to take away from obviously our self-esteem, how we're putting our energy out there. So just be very, very cautious and aware of how you're being affected by this energy, okay? So that's what our fishy fish is saying here. Our fish is a little bit scattered when it comes to what season it is because it's like fall trickling into winter. That's kind of been our theme for a few days with a touch of spring. And we look at that as fall as our change of season, right? It's when things are kind of, I want to say, falling into place, actually. Well, some people might consider it falling apart. I think it's falling into place. So we have to trust that things are are coming into fruition for us, right? So also if there are some things that you might need to do, right? This is usually fall is a time of harvesting. Winter is a time of we're building that den for ourselves. So if you haven't been planting the seeds, right, with the new moon that we just had, you can also look at my new moon reading, then you're kind of missing out on some opportunities to kind of like recreate the new, okay? So if I were to pull out a tarot card, which I'm going to, I would discuss the importance, and I'm also doing today, if you're watching, if you're watching this early, April 2nd, I'm doing 2 for $10 necklaces with crystals, so that's what I was just hitting. Also, until next week, I'm doing 2 for $12 bracelets. But if I were to discuss a tarot card for the tea leaves, it would be the Magician. It's that there are opportunities for us to grow through these experiences, through these difficulties. Absolutely. As I said, be mindful of how you're vibrating, because there is some magnetic energy with this intensity right now, that we're being drawn to negative people if we're being negative, or positive if we're being positive, okay? So if I look back into my tea cup again, after spitting out all that, we have to celebrate the blessings that are coming in. Absolutely, yes, because there's we're going through a transition, there's a transitional period, but there are absolutely blessings in disguise that are coming from this, okay? Alrighty, the Hierophant. This is talking about discipline, right? You might be having a little bit difficult of a time right now with your discipline. And what the Hierophant teaches us, angel of blessings, I kid you not, is that there's this need for childlike energy. So as I was saying, like being creative, being happy. When kids don't really get caught up in all that emotional baggage, you know, they're not like, oh, I shouldn't be happy about this popsicle right now because dad's on a diet or something like that. They just tend to be in the moment. So the Hierophant usually teaches us, similar to the Magician, that it's time to get a little bit more, I guess, excitement out of life by being around energies who are more like-minded, all right? So super important, makes sense, right? That we get to be a little bit more of a choice of who we want to learn from right now, what tools we want, versus like all that stuff we kind of are being forced to do. And just keep in mind that and the more we're earthing ourselves and working on our vibration, the more health we're going to have and the more happier we're going to be too, okay? Yes, and so on Facebook, even though this is for the 3rd, today's the 2nd, I did some clearing as well with like a little practice on how we can clear some energy too. You might find helpful. 4 of Wands, freedom. So I'm noticing my nails are kind of matching the fire. And I feel like singing, burns, 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 the ring of fire. Oh God, I'm back to singing again. I used to do that, you know. Now I'm back to doing daily vids. So this is saying that some people are occupying their time in different ways. But as we're going through transitions, there are also translations. So what am I educating myself on right now going through this crisis? Like, is it I'm working on my nervous system? Is it that I'm working on joy? I'm working on celebration? So it's actually taking time to value these moments and understand where conflict is coming from in your life, okay? Yes. Angels of Commitment. I like this card. I kind of got a lot brighter there when I was working with this. So one thing I did notice with the Hierophant is the color yellow. And yellow is very much about building up that courage. I did use the word discipline, right? Sometimes we have to work really hard at things. And orange is also the sacral. So it's kind of like that energy in the middle. Meet me in the middle. So as I was saying, translations, it's about putting the energy out there that you want, right? And so if you want to set intentions, things like that, that's why I was sharing that I'm doing the workshop. It's about learning how to earth. So watch those videos underneath my moon cycles, underneath my talks. So maybe moon cycles will be helpful. But there's some charisma energy that's really needed right now. That vibrancy is so important. So if we're neglecting our own issues right now, this isn't the time. So this is saying, in order to rebalance and find ourselves again, really connecting more into, how to treat yourselves right, how to focus a little bit more on growth. And then we're going through a period of time right now where we do need solitude, but we need to really, yes, take the time that we need, but then we have to go out and actually, push a bit more, move forward with it. Okay, so tiny bit of work, but just be as persistent and clean as you can. Okay, so getting to where you want to, with kindness. So take care. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Bye for now.